students, how are you all? I just hope that you all are fit and fine. And I also hope that you all must be studying at home. Now stay at home and stay safe. Now students, let's continue chapter number 1, tissue. And earlier I told you about animal tissues. Now today you're going to learn about the types of plant tissues. Okay, now let's get started. Now question number 1 here is, name the main two types of tissue in plants. Now there are mainly two main tissues are there in the plants. They are meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Now meristematic tissue, they are also known as growth tissue, and they are mainly found in the growth regions like root and shoot. Okay, and these tissues they help plant in growth by length and in width. Now the second type of tissue is permanent tissue. Now permanent tissue, they are derived from the meristematic tissue. Okay, and they are either living or dead. Now question number 2 is, write the main characteristics and functions of the meristematic tissue. Now one by one we will be discussing about the meristematic and permanent tissue. Now let's see the characteristics of meristematic tissue here. Now this is the structure of meristematic tissue. Now if we see meristematic tissue under the microscope, then we are going to see this structure of the meristematic tissue. Okay, so here you can see this is the nucleus. The central region here is the nucleus, and these are the cytoplasm. Okay, so the characteristics of meristematic tissues are, first, that the cells, they are small. As you can see, they are small, and the cells, they are thin walled. They have thin walled, and each cell contains dense or abundant cytoplasm. Now dotted structure here, you can see this whole is the cytoplasm, and each cell has abundant cytoplasm and a single nucleus. Okay, and the cells, they lack spaces between them, and as you can see, there is no intercellular spaces between the between each cell. Okay, so they do not have intercellular spaces between them. They are compactly packed. Okay, so these are the characteristics of meristematic cells. Now see the functions of the meristematic cells. Just now I told you that it helps in growth of the plant, and here the first one is, it takes part in growth by formation of new cells. Now students, meristematic tissue, they are actively dividing tissue. Okay, so they add up new cells in the plant. So the first function of the meristematic tissue is that it takes part in growth by formation of new cells. Okay, and secondly, that with the help of meristems, plants continue to produce new leaves, branches of stem, and root, flowers and fruit, etc. So because of the meristematic tissue, plants, they produce new cells, then branches of stem, then it also produces flowers, fruits, etc. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the meristematic tissue, and these are the functions. And where are these meristematic tissues? They are found in the plant, or we can say, what are the growth region of the meristematic tissue? So they are mainly found in the roots, they are mainly found in the shoot system. Here comes question number 3. Mention the main characteristics of permanent tissue. Now just now we compared the characteristics of meristematic tissue. Okay, and here we will be comparing characteristics of permanent tissue. Now the main characteristics of permanent tissue are, first, that cells may no longer be small and thin walled, whereas meristematic tissue, in meristematic tissue, cells are small and they are thin walled. Now here second is cytoplasm is much less, nucleus is small. But in meristematic tissue cell, they are rich in cytoplasm and nucleus is large. Okay. Then third is cells do not divide and remain the same throughout their life. But meristematic tissue, they are actively dividing, they have actively dividing cells. They keep on dividing till they reach maturity. Now, so by comparing their characteristics, we can write differences between the permanent and meristematic tissue. Okay. Now, here we have question number 4. Name the types of permanent tissues. Now, depending upon their place or origin and depending upon their structure, permanent tissues, they are of following kinds. What are they? Now see here, depending upon their place or origin, permanent tissues are of 3 types. Okay, now I've told you about these 3 types of tissues earlier in the video. Okay, here the first one is dermal tissue, also known as protective tissue. Okay, epidermal tissue, you know. And the second is vascular tissue or conducting tissue. Then third is ground tissue or supporting tissue. Now, dermal tissue, protective tissue is the tissue which is present in the outermost layer of the plant. Okay, and they are mainly found in the outermost layer of stems, roots, fruits, flowers, etc. Okay, and their branches. Now the vascular tissue or conducting tissue, they are the types of tissue which helps the plant in conducting or transporting food and minerals to all the other parts of the plant. Okay. Now the third type of tissue is ground tissue or supporting tissue. Now this type of tissue, it not only stores food for the plant, but it also helps in supporting the structure of the plant. Okay, it also gives ground tissue gives support to the plant. Now second is depending upon their structure. Now this is depending upon their structure. Permanent tissues, they are of 2 types. What are they? First is simple tissue and the second is complex tissue. Okay, now we are going to study about these types of permanent tissues in detail later in the video. Okay, so this is all about the characteristics and types of permanent tissues.
Now students, open page number 11 of your textbook. Test yourself. Okay, and here question number 1 is multiple choice questions. You have to put a tick mark over the right or the correct choice. Okay, so first one is, which of the following is a protective tissue? Now here we have muscular, connective, epithelial and nervous tissues. So the correct answer is epithelial tissue. Put a tick over here. Then second is the tissue which conducts messages from one part of the body to the other is nervous tissue. Okay, put a tick mark over here, option A. Third one, nervous tissue consists of, answer is nerve cells. So put a tick mark over here. Now fourth one is short branching structures arising from the cell body of a neuron are called, the answer is dendrites. Okay, now question number 5 is, the muscles which take part in breathing movements are, the answer is involuntary muscles. Put a tick mark over here, option A. Now sixth is, muscles found in heart are, answer is cardiac muscles. Okay, then comes fill in the blanks. About 2/3 of the body weight is made up of, answer is muscular tissue. The answer is muscular tissue. Okay, muscular. Then second is, bone is a type of, answer is connective tissue. Okay, what is it? Connective tissue. Then third one is nerve cells are also called neurons. Neurons, neurons. Then comes fourth. Nerve cells are found in, answer is brain and spinal cord. Okay, brain and spinal cord. Now the fifth one is dash muscles are found in the walls of stomach and intestine. The answer is smooth muscles. What is it? Smooth muscles. Now question number 3 we have done. Now question number 4 is find the odd one out, and you have to write reasons also. Cytone, dendrite, plasma, axon. Okay, so the answer here is the odd one out is the plasma, because others they are part of the nervous tissue. Okay, but plasma is a part of fluid connective tissue. Then second is bone, cartilage, tendon, blood. Now here blood is the odd one out. Why? Because blood is a fluid. Okay. Now third one is bone, epithelium, tendon, cartilage. Now the second, the odd one out is epithelium, because epithelium, it is the protective tissue. It is the outermost covering of the body. Okay, so bone, tendon, cartilage, they are the connective tissue, but epithelium, it is the protective tissue. Okay, now fifth question is true or false. Epithelial tissue is a protective tissue. Yes, it is right. Now muscular tissue shows the property of contraction and expansion. Yes, this is also correct. Now cytone and axon are the parts of a nerve cell. Yes, this is also true. Then the fluid part of the blood is called plasma. This is also true. Okay, now these are the question answers and which you have done already. So match your answers with my answers. Okay.